Hey everybody, Alex Webster here, and we are out on a beautiful sunny day at the gorgeous OZARKS National Golf Course here in Missouri. We're here for the Charles Schwab Series, and we have got some fantastic interviews coming up. Check this one out.
Well, Bernhard, thank you so much for joining us here at the Charles Schwab Series at OZARKS National. Before we get started on this week, let's just talk a little bit about last week, and you came so close to earning your 42nd title. Can you just take us through that final round a little bit in the playoff?
Yeah, we had, everybody in the last group had the chances to pull ahead by making a couple of putts or so. And Kenny had the lead, and I'm sure he was very disappointed. Kenny Perry with his bogey on the last, but his 3-wood off the tee went a little too straight against the wall, and ended up making a very good 6 in the end. So it was down to, could Shane and me make a birdie, and we couldn't. The hole wasn't reachable, and we just didn't manage. So then it was a 4-way playoff. The 3 of us did not hit good tee shots into the right bunker where you can't reach the green. Shane got the best tee shot off, and then hit a great second shot with a fairly good bounce too. Looked like if he misses his putt, I might have a chance from 5 or 6 feet to tie him with a birdie, but he made a wonderful eagle. So there's not a lot you can do about. That's playoffs. It's often 1 or 2 shots at the right time, or 1 or 2 bad shots, and it's all taken care of. For me personally, I've lost 2 playoffs now here. A couple of years ago, Tom Lehman and I were partners. We lost the playoff when Kirk Triplett held a bunker shot in the playoff. And this time, I lost to an eagle. So that's how the game is. But happy to put myself in that position. And, the game's looking fairly decent. Felt pretty comfortable there on the weekend, or the last 2 rounds, I should say. And look forward to this week. This is a brand new golf course for me. Never been here before. And it's beautiful. It looks like we're on top of the world, looking down on everything.
Did you have a chance to play the course yesterday? And we'd love to get your perspective.
I played 13 holes, so I got the other 5 to play today. And it's beautiful. It's in great shape, fantastically manicured and good conditioned. And I think Crenshaw designed it. Would that be correct? He did a great job. I think it can be quite challenging, especially when the wind blows. I imagine the wind will blow up here, as exposed as we are. So I'm still learning about this place, where the pin positions may be, and a little bit of wind change here, 10 miles from the south or 10 miles from the north will make a huge difference in what clubs you hit into the greens. There's also some of the largest greens I've ever seen. I felt like I'm in St. Andrews, where they have 70-yard greens. Here there's 3 or 4 that are over 50 yards long, pretty big. So it's practice some of my long putts, let's put it that way.
Of course, the big news this week too is the debut of Phil Mickelson. Can you just give us your thoughts on and what he'll bring to this tour?
Well, Phil has an amazing career and still is playing at a very high level, so it's great for us to have him out here. It'll be a thrill to be paired with him or to have him in the field. I'm sure any sponsor, any tournament would be happy to see Phil. And it's great, the guys that have come out lately, with Ernie Els, Retief Goosen, Mike Weir, and on and on. I'm forgetting a handful here. We've had some very strong players join the PGA Tour champions the last couple of years. Jim Furyk just made his debut and won right away. So it's going to get tougher and tougher as we go along here.
Bernhard, just to ask you as well, coming back here to Ozark Mountain Country, and obviously your history on the Champions Tour right here in Branson, Missouri, just give us a little bit of insight. How good does it feel to be back here in the area amongst your fellow players? Of course, seeing this course for the first time, how good does it feel to return?
Oh, it's phenomenal. This is one of the most beautiful areas that I have seen around America, maybe around the world. And what Mr. Morris has, created here is exceptional. Every golf course is unique, different designer. He's got a 13-hole course. He's got the par 3 course. He's got, I think, 3 big courses. It's becoming a golf destiny, and he does a great job with his greenkeeping staff to keep the places in fantastic shape, and it's worth the trip for anybody to come here for a weekend or even a whole week and play all these different courses.
To kind of follow up on that, what would you most want to say to your fellow golfers, maybe those that have not come up on the Champions Tour just yet or have not had an opportunity to come here and play? Obviously, we've got Paynes Valley that's going to be opening up in the month of September, some potential big tournaments for Tiger Woods and people that he is connected with. What would you most want to say to your fellow golfers to encourage them to come here to the Ozarks and experience golf here?
Well, it's definitely worth the trip for any golf lover, and you can play so many different venues and golf courses, and they're all right here. You don't have to travel an hour or two. Once you're here, it's all within 2 or 3 miles, and you can have a fantastic experience. And on top of that, if you like fishing or hunting or any outdoor activity, it's all right here. So it's certainly a place worth visiting.
Bernhard, curious about just this sort of the 2 events in one location, 2 days off, and back to it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Do you like that? What's your thoughts on this whole?
Yeah, it's very unique. It's new for all of us, I think. I've never experienced having Saturday, Sunday off and then playing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in a tournament. But I think we like it. It's more condensed for us, so we don't have to travel anywhere. We don't have to change hotel rooms or wherever you're staying. And you get an extra 2 or 3 days at home. We're done Wednesday night, and we have the rest of the week off. So I think all of it is very positive. Players seem to embrace it and love it. And even though you're in the same spot, you're playing 2 totally different golf courses and different venues, which makes it very interesting.
Curious back to Phil for a second. Like, you've obviously seen different guys, make their debuts over the course of your career out here. What sort of challenges do you think? Obviously people think he might come out here and win just like a Furyk or an Elk, but what kind of challenges will he possibly face?
Well, I think there's a good chance he might win if he plays well, but if he doesn't bring his total A game, he may be surprised about the competition that's out here, and I think that's just about what everybody says. It's not just me, but most guys that have come out here say, "Oh, I'm one of the youngest, one of the longest, one of the best," and they find it difficult to win, and they are surprised about the scores we shoot. And many of the people on TV, they ask me, "So, what is the length of the courses you play? About 6,600?" I'm going, "You're kidding me. We're in the 7,000s, and sometimes, we played the senior players at Firestone a couple of weeks ago. That was about 7,000 yards, and it was a par 70 or 71. So, if you add another 200 or 400 yards, par 72, you're looking at 73, 7,400. That was a lot of golf course."
And then my only other question was, you'll turn 63 on Thursday, right after we finish here. Just your thoughts on turning 63 and what you're going to do to celebrate.
Well, I'm looking forward to being home with my family. Going to fly home Wednesday night, hopefully, if everything goes smoothly, and be home on my birthday, which doesn't happen every year either. And it'll be great to bring a trophy with me. But if not, we're still going to celebrate just life, just being here, even though there are weird times we're going through and odd. But we have so many reasons to be thankful for, and count our blessings.
Talking of those weird times right now, obviously you're used to week in, week out playing on these courses with fans, watching you 10 deep, 20 deep sometimes. How does it feel right now for you and the fellow players on the tour to not have the fans out? Is it strange feeling? Is it something you want to get back to used to?
I don't want to get used to no fans.
Yeah.
I love fans around, and having the big cheers and the roars. It's very weird. It's very different, to tell you the truth, and it's hard to get used to.
Sure.
I've seen a couple of hole-in-ones, and there were no cheers. And we've seen great shots, eagles, and there was nothing. And they announce you on the first tee, and nothing. So it's
strange feeling.
We got to be each other's cheerleaders in a sense, the caddies and the players.
Yeah.
So we truly hope this is going to pass by soon, and we'll get the regular experience back.
For sure.